how much faster did this job run? If you would have had to hand trench it, how much more time would it have taken if you would have had to have either loaded the trailer with a trencher, or if you would have had to have hand dug this?
So if I would have had to bring the trencher, because of the tight confines of this particular subdivision, it would have been very difficult literally to get the trailer in here. Once we got the trailer in here, which would have been, that could have taken a half hour in and of itself, because we would have to back through the tight confines. Then the track out from the trencher itself. But again, I would not have been able to use the trencher here because of how tight we had to get up against this fence. I would have been forced to hand dig it. Two of the sections of this would have been okay to hand dig, and we did it fairly fast. This section over here that you don't see is about 200 feet roughly of blackberries. Hand digging in blackberries, I don't know if you've done it, it's very difficult. And it's very difficult to do it nice and neat as the customer requires. So the GeoRipper, I think we did 102 feet run at about 15 minutes. That cut straight through the blackberries, straight through any of the roots that were in there, and then they had the complete fence, that 102 foot run, I think total about 30 minutes. So this job would have taken all hand dug. I would be at about 3 to 4 hours, more than likely, to cut the ditch, apply the silt fence, and then backfill. There's three significant processes with the silt fence: the digging of the ditch, the applying of the silt fence, and then the subsequent backfill.
Right.
The GeoRipper helps in all three of those, with the backfill being such a small amount that I have to literally put back into the ditch. The time to actually cut the ditch with the hand dug is at least in half. Another thing is I usually have to have two people hand dig. I can't have one person hand dig. That would take way too long. With the GeoRipper, I can have one person start digging and another person start setting up the silt fence.
Beautiful.
The third thing is the applying of the silt fence itself into the ground.
Yeah.
Again, with that such a tight ditch, it makes it basically get it into its depth, backfill, and you're done.
Yeah.
You don't have to clean it up, if you will.
So as opposed to it taking 3 hours, it took about a half an hour to do.
Roughly a half an hour.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, I've had some situations where if it's a rocky ground, it's even better savings, because the GeoRipper will get in there to the depth that we need, and cut straight through the ground. It will cut through rocks, it will cut through gravel, or it will kick them out of the way, which with handing, as you know, you have to extract the rock because that gets directly in the way of your ditch. So yeah, it's great savings.
Cool.
Tremendous.
Thank you,
Tremendous
Josh.
savings of labor. Yeah, we really like it.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.